Welcome to day 3 of the 2019 Star North American Championship. Hi, I'm Ashley Love from T2P TV, and today is starting off with a postponement because there is too much breeze. But that'll give competitors enough time to recover from last night's adventure with one of our main sponsors.
Okay, here at Stumpy's, we take safety as our #1 concern. No double throwing. You can throw at the same time, you can retrieve at the same time, but you can never cross throw while someone's going to retrieve. Never hand the axes to each other, always return them to the boxes at the top of the key. Be aware of your environment, don't be an axhole.
So my name is Stu Josberger. I'm one of the founders and originators of Stumpy's Hatchet House. We're the first hatchet throwing venue in the country back in 2016. And Stumpy's is a place to go and learn how to throw hatchets, to have a special occasion or be a party. How Stumpy's Hatchet House got involved with sponsoring a Star Regatta is I'm a Barnegat Bay sailor. So I've raced M-Scows, soon to be racing an MC Scow. My wife and I, Kelly, who are half of the founding members, are members of the Tom's River Yacht Club, and we were approached to be a sponsor. We obviously want to promote sailing, and so if we can do it through sponsoring the North Americans for the Stars, we were happy to be a participant.
So axe throwing and star sailing have a lot in common. Mainly it's in the wrist. You gotta drive the axe and then you have to pull in the backstage just like that. It's all in the wrist, man.
Well, an hour later, race committees decided to postpone for another hour, keeping an eye on that forecast. Fingers crossed that it'll drop a little bit. But every minute on shore is another minute that those crews can work on their boats and save more energy.
Yeah, the other day it blew close to 20, I think, and there were 30 boats in the fleet. I think 2 lost their rigs that day. One thing about this location is we're sailing in flat water, and starboats, when you sail in flat water and don't have a sea to kind of catch a wave and unload things, there's always load on the boat. So when you go to jibe, for example, the back stays tight on one side, you got to pull that main over, but you have no wave to surf, so you're kind of like pulling against as much force as you can, so it makes things much more difficult. Yeah, preparation, you just have to make sure that you look at the ring dings, you make sure things are taped up, you know, lines aren't chafed, and as long as you do that stuff, you'll stay together. So I'm very happy with Andy's boat. It's a very nice boat. Very good. And you have a lot of Star experience, and you've crewed with a lot of different people. Tell me a bit about the Star class and how the crew and skipper pairings all work. Well, the Star class, there's a few skippers like Augie Diaz that have been in the class for 40-ish years, right? Like he's been a grandmaster, he's an awesome guy. You kind of sail with one guy, learn a bunch from him, and move on to somebody else and learn from that person and learn from this one. Or in my case, I'm starting to get to the point where I can kind of get the skippers and bring the juniors up and give them kind of tips and say, hey, this is what you do for the boat. And I'm trying to pass my knowledge on from the people like the Kayards and the Diazes. And
so you're kind of the link between the generations.
I'm trying to be like that, yeah, a little bit. Well, there's the Legacy Foundation, which is one, the Star Sailors League is another, and you know, we're trying to get kids that are 18 to, I think our junior program is 35. Last year there was a championship in Miami of the Junior Worlds, and they had 35 boats from 17, 18 different countries, and that went really well. The Legacy Foundation, and it's headed up by Larry Whipple. It's helping fund some programs. You know, if your kid needs housing or something, put you up in a hotel or let you use our boat, give you some sails, you know, whatever, giving back, you know.
It's fun that I've had the privilege to sail with a lot of different skippers and learn a lot from them. A lot of different skippers that are racing here, so it's good to be able to mix it up. It's just a very fun boat, both to drive and to crew. Very close competition, tight racing the whole way, lots of passing going on.
Kevin, tell me a bit about how the Star works in terms of division of labor, what you do and what the skipper does.
I basically pull a lot of strings while he can focus on driving. So going around the marks and whatnot, just to make sure that he can keep the boat going, tracked where it needs to go. backstage, jib up, jib down, jib sheets, all that, whatever needs happening. Also focusing on where we are relative to the other boats. He can focus on speed as well as, like most crews, keeping track of headings and whatnot, and where I think we should go, which he may or may not agree with. I skipper boats as well, both stars and snipes, and that gives me sort of a perspective on where we might want to go, what we might want to do. But I'm feeding him information and opinion, sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on how much he needs to focus on speed and how much sort of mind share he has available. So I need to kind of expand or contract that on the water as we go.
Well, some say that New Jersey really sucks, but here in Toms River, it really blows. There is no sign of this wind letting up, and because race committee has already gotten 4 races in to constitute a series, they're very comfortable with just calling off the day. So join us tomorrow for the last day of racing here at the 2019 Star North American Championship. For T2P TV, I'm Ashley Love.